today we're doing a 2023 Chevy Silverado 1500 with a 3.0 inline 6 Duramax. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is drain the oil. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you don't need it that tight. Now we're gonna take out the oil pressure sensor. You pull this clip back here. Once you pull this white clip back, you're gonna push on that with your thumb. Hopefully you're not upside down like with some of these have been, but then you're gonna pry just a little bit with the screwdriver on the other side. Pull that sensor out. And that's just the wire harness. Then with the 24mm socket, remove the sensor. Okay, so we're gonna go over both options for this truck. This is our old option with the metal T, T Dura 3. That goes where the sensor goes in, and then the sensor faces down that, and then you can either use straight with your hose fitting. That would go right where the sensor goes into the oil filter housing. Or this is our new option, our T1275RR. That goes where the oil pressure sensor goes. Oil pressure sensor goes on the other side of that, and then you're going to use a 90 coming out of the bottom, and this is one of our swivel T's, so you can put this in any clocked position. So let's start with the old one first. So this one we're going to pull the red tab back, and then you push the button on the back side of it right here. Pull that off. And you're going to take a 17mm, loosen the sensor, pull it out. So this is not your oil pressure sensor. It's a different sensor, probably oil temperature. Then you're going to go back in with our T Dura 3. Twist it into place here, and it's got a clockable nut on it, so you can clock it to wherever you want and then tighten up the nut. So you got to leave enough room for the sensor to go in. So I'm clocking the nut right now, right there. So it's facing down, and then you're going to use your 17mm wrench, and you're going to tighten that clocking nut down to right there. And then put the sensor in from the bottom side here. So crowded up here. Twist this sensor in to your T. Torque that to 60 inch-pounds. So because we can't get a torque wrench in there, 60 inch-pounds is finger tight and one flat right there. Then you're gonna install, then you're gonna go with this straight thread in here to the opposite side of the T. And then your hose fitting is gonna go right here. Just like that, up to the fender well or out this way. If you're doing a frame mount, either on this side or here, I personally would put it right here. Okay, this truck we're going to install with the new swivel T fitting, and because this swivels, I'm going to install this 90-degree fitting first, so I don't have to do it up in that little tiny space. Put a little thread sealant on there. This with a 22mm. Tighten this on with a 15mm. Like so. I'll go up here, and what I'm doing is just using the swivel, using the wrench to let the swivel go back, and then using the swivel to finger tighten it in there. Okay, after some time here, using this 7/8 wrench, just kind of working back and forth like this, I've got this tightened. 60 inch-pounds, or finger tight and one flat if you have to use a wrench. Get in here with my 7/8 open end crow's foot and torque this to 60 inch-pounds. Now you can move this where the hose fitting hooks on anywhere you want. Next, you're going to want to take your oil pressure sensor, put it in, just enough room, get that in, and you're going to take your 7/8, hold the swivel part of the T at a 15/16, and torque your pressure sensor at 60 inch-pounds as well. Now you have that set up there. Plug your sensor back in. And there's your pressure port. Okay, so we're gonna connect our hose fitting, go to the pressure port on that 90 that comes out of the T, and put a little oil on this hose first. It seems to slide right in there a little easier. Looks good. Dip this in a little bit of oil. Down with your hand, tight. Make sure the hose doesn't move down or spin. Take this down until fitting touches the socket. And connect the hose fitting to the 90 on the T. 11/16 wrench on the hose fitting, and because this is going to want to move because it's a swivel T, you're going to hold it with the 7/8 wrench, and then with your 11/16 tighten the hose fitting. Clock that to where you want it. Push this hose up to the engine compartment. Okay, so if this is a frame mount, I'd just put it right here. You drill 2 holes in the box frame right there, and you use this self-threading bolt. You can get these at any hardware store. That puts the housing in here like this, next to the drive line. Another option that we just noticed is our Jeep crossmember bracket fits the bolt pattern of this 3.0 Duramax as well. If you modify the crossmember bracket right here just a little bit, you can actually bolt your housing, mount your housing like this. So order a Jeep crossmember bracket, modify just a little bit right here, bolt that on there, bolt this here, and that's another way to mount it down under the truck. Ours is a under the hood mount though, so we'll show you how to mount that here in just a second. Okay, so we've ran the hose from the pressure port up into here behind the passenger side headlight, and we've got our under the hood bracket mount here. I drilled 1 hole in, and then we're gonna test drill a hole in here because there's braces inside of here. We wanna make sure we don't hit a brace, so that's why I'm only drilling 1 for now. And then we're gonna drill that out to this riv nut size. So that goes in there like that. Okay, set this first bolt here so we can start our next hole. Take this back out. That. Set this through here. Line up bolts, cinch them up. This, make it over to there. Cut our hose. Measurements on the hoses are going to be 54 inches each. Put the hose socket on here. Make sure it's touching the back side of the threads. This with a little bit of oil on it already. Go in hand tight. Make sure the hose isn't twisting or pushing out of the socket. 2 19mm wrenches and go until fitting touches the socket. If you did this right, it should be fairly easy all the way down. And you notice I'm not pulling very hard to tighten that. They just need to be touching. And that's our pressure port. Our return port, I'm going to run down through the same hole that I ran the pressure port through. Or we can go this direction, make it easier on ourselves. But I'm going to make this one up on the bench so I don't have to do it under here. Take your other housing fitting, AN0604 MS90 one side, and your AN0602 MS90 as the fill cap side. That'll be the other side of the hose. Take this and put a little oil on it. Shove it in until it's touching the back side of the threads, female threads. Dip your fitting in a little bit of oil. Hand tighten. Make sure the hose is not moving out of the socket or twisting. And tighten until the fitting touches the socket. There. Other side. Hose in a little bit of oil. Push it in until it hits the back side of the female threads. Your fill cap fitting and some oil. Hand tighten. Make sure the hose doesn't twist or move out of the socket as far as you can go by hand with your wrench until the fitting touches the socket. There. Now that's your return line. 54 inches. Okay, now we're gonna run this back down through there again. Small hole kind of in the corner there. That's going to go right to there. It's your fill cap. This will go to the bottom of the housing. So this is your out port here. Put some thread sealant on, like so. Put that into the out port. Twist it in by hand as far as you can. And then we're going to go to 122 inch-pounds. My little trick here, take your bolt out. Stick this in the side here so we have something to hold torque against. Right there. Or your pressure port. Little thread sealant. Goes in your in port. Okay, so then you're going to pull your bracket back off. Back up out. Because the housing won't fit down through the hole with the bracket in place. So put the bracket on. Tighten those. So we ended up putting a couple little rubber pieces here to protect the housing from lid from hitting the bracket, and so that it has enough room for the lid to clear when it bolts down. That gives you enough room to drop that down in, put this on, put the bolt in, torque this down to 35 foot-pounds. Now the last part will be to change out the fill cap for our billet fill cap. Put a little thread sealant on this, twist it down in by hand. 100 inch-pounds. Zip tie there, keep her in place. Another one down here. Keep it off of the exhaust. 7-quart system. 1 quart with the bypass filter. We're going to start with 8 quarts. Look at that beautiful, beautiful Lorenzo's oil. So we did a bypass filter installation, Lorenzo 0W20 oil, and he's going to use the Lorenzo's fuel additive as well.